Governor McKee, with the formal charging, if you will, of the Officer Dolan and the officer-involved police shooting in West Greenwich, and finally the release in the last month or so of information requests that had gone back years in the Dominique Silva case, where Mayor Grevian had claimed despite the fact that the gentleman was shot 5 times in the back, was a quote-unquote good shooting. There appears to be chaos in the Pawtucket Police Department. In the words of the vernacular, they've sort of turtled. They're not making any comments. A charging is made. Is it time finally to start an investigation into the affairs of the Pawtucket Police Department, as 7 of the last 14 police shootings in the state have been by on-duty officers or off-duty officers of the Pawtucket Police Department?
Well, I know you brought this up several times, and you used Cranston as an example. The mayor at the time actually asked for the intervention. We're open, just as we are in Providence right now, of bringing state police into the city and working on a partnership and a program that's federally funded to help Providence in their issues. We'd be just as open to a request with the Pawtucket Police. But at this point in time, no, the answer is no. I have confidence in the city of Pawtucket to handle these issues, and if they feel as though that they would like some level of state help, I definitely would be answering the call for that.
What? Just a quick follow-up. What would it take for the state to actually have to initiate the process?
Well, I think that if we were requested to participate in some way, but again, we haven't offered in Providence to intervene with the Providence Police Department. The leadership there, I have great confidence in that. Pawtucket as well. We would be supportive at this point in time, and at this point in time, it hasn't raised to the level where I believe that the state should inject themselves into a local municipality that has had a good track record over the years, and these instances are not, certainly are disturbing on the merit of each one, but at this point in time, we haven't raised the occasion where the state would step in.
Governor, with the anticipation of a September session of the legislature, what are your priorities during that session? And just as an aside, would you consider legislation that, given the surplus and given the fact that it's being used as medicine, would you consider ending the sales tax on medical cannabis?
Well, I mean, that's a tough one to end on. So I'll leave the cannabis aside. I will say that we do have objectives that are really important to the state of Rhode Island. And it bears repeating, and I'll use the 30 seconds to do it, but we are leading the Northeast region in terms of reopening our economy. We're vacillating between 3 and 7 in the country reopening our economy. So I mentioned today at today's budget signing, the economy is number one for me right now. It is the most important thing that we possibly can do. So we're going to encourage the General Assembly to come back, hopefully to, there's an infrastructure amount, about $113 million, that's going to need some level of action or some level of sign-off, if in fact the General Assembly wants to be signing off on these federal dollars this summer. And then we're definitely going to be talking about using, front-loading the $1.1 billion in a way that I've already requested in terms of making sure that the economy stays really on track. Wouldn't it be nice if we get rid of this notion that we're the first in and last out of these downturns? Wouldn't it be nice? Right now we are, and those dollars are incredibly important to the state of Rhode Island. And I would say, talk to your rep and senator, and encourage them to help me help the economy keep going.
Have just one last follow-up. Has the legislature formally agreed with you that there will be a September session? We hear the rumors back and forth.
No, I'm just hearing that there would be a fall session. I haven't heard any date, but I think they've been pretty clear that there's a few things they want to take up, and I've been very clear to the Senate President and the Speaker that those issues in terms of the federal dollars are ones that I would really believe that are very important for us to get out into our economy right now as being critical for us to maintain this economic, effort to make sure that we have a recovery that exceeds where we were when we came into this problem with the pandemic.
All right, last
And
question.